back. Everyone. See if my mic's picking up here. Yeah, we're back with some more Project Ozone 3. We're going to be exploring space today. That's going to be interesting. Bow is fully charged, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to put it in the network.
Shall be there in just a moment.
What is the... I have to look up the button to open up things.
I think it defaults to C, which is no good.
That's what I was looking at. Mine is this backslash? Definitely doesn't work. I think that would... There are too many things that have buttons already assigned.
Common problem. You said my bow's in the network?
Yes. Although no matter how much, I just added it to add in some track buttons. No matter how much I hit them, it's not opening.
Where did you charge the bow?
In the solar panels.
Okay, you just put it in the solar panel to charge. Okay.
Yep.
This capacitor has a 640 million capacity, so it's going to drain like all the like an entire row of solar panels.
Okay, so I'm changing the profiles on the bow. That's not what I want to do. That's the button I want. I was changing the wrong.
Armor GUI. Are you still using the chest downstairs, or are you tied to one upstairs now?
There aren't any of them now.
Well, how did you make the second bow?
No, I'm tied to this chest.
That's what I was asking. Gonna get a copy.
Yep.
And paste.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Let's play. Hi, how's it going? Thank you for popping on in. Made me copy it. Let me see it.
What?
I think you just made me copy.
Here's the capacitor.
Yeah, I wasn't copying one for you, was I?
Yeah, you don't want one. You told me.
What? So you get two?
I always carry two with me.
What?
When you get to Draconic Armor, it's nice to have that backup for when your shields fail. That you got that extra buffer of power ready to recharge things. You can paste it again if you want. You don't take out the wall in the process.
To be fair, I didn't take out the wall. Pasted it just outside the wall.
No, there was a...
Oh, what is... This? You have your magnet on.
I do have my magnet on.
You realize that is 2 floors down, and that becomes a dangerous game.
Well, we're not going 2 floors down. We're going to either the moon or...
Well,
we're
yes,
going to space or we're going to go fight a dragon.
Oh, we're going to space first.
We have 10 minutes, so...
Oh, we might want to go fight a dragon first, actually. That's scary.
We have 10 minutes.
Well, I guess let's go fight a dragon.
If we die fighting a dragon, we reboot and hopefully we'll be able to get our stuff back. I need to get my binding figured out here. That's gonna be.
I love
that
how
much.
you cannot have enough power to do the shockwave at full power.
Yeah, you don't want shockwave anyways.
Why, it's an explosion. Yeah. Shockwave is what eats a lot of power very
Yeah.
rapidly.
Yeah, I don't like using it. I just use Draconic Fire, full damage, auto fire, and velocity. I don't put on shockwave or explosion.
Velocity is at 500, so. Alright. Go to the end and fly 10,000 in one direction.
Or just RTP. See how close we get to one.
I feel like it's easier just to fly it, isn't it?
I'm not that fast.
Oh, I just know, yeah, because you just.
I'm already at negative 5,000. So just from one RTP. So I'm going.
We'll see who gets there first.
Negative 10,000, right? Is where we need to go to.
Yep. 1,000 in each direction.
You're gonna get there a lot faster than me.
What makes you say that?
Because you fly faster than I do.
I didn't just set my speed to max.
No, why would you do that?
I'm already at, 4,000.
Yeah. I'll just wait till you get
Now
to
I'm
a
at
good
4.
spot.
Like, I apologize ahead of time to the server for probably the amount of lag I'm creating. 6,000. I'm hoping 90% resist damage is enough.
When you equip your bow, what's your RF per shot?
8 million.
Okay.
Or
Mine
what's
is
yours?
also same. I guess you turned off the shock waves and the explosions.
Oh, yeah.
So your bow carries 256 million RF. So without your capacitor, you would get what? 32 shots?
Yep. Alright,
That's
so
it.
I'm at negative 10,000.
Yeah, make sure your Y or your Z coordinates or your X coordinates at a 0 or 10,000 as well.
Well, it's at a 0, and
Nothing here?
there's nothing here.
Okay.
I'm
That's
getting precise here, but
no, you don't have to be exact. I mean, you should see like a destroyed landscape.
oh yeah, no.
Like, so I just went to another spot. I
That's X
transported like
0.
I've already encountered one island because when I RTP'd one time, it actually took me directly to Chaos Dragon Island. I was like, I don't want to
Yeah,
be here.
because this block right in front of me is Z 10,000 X 0.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Come to me.
Okay. Me speed 3. I don't need around with that. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it gets gross up on top.
So who got here first? Just asking.
I got to the coordinates first. Where are you?
So this one, oh, I'm right. I can see the pillars.
Yeah, hang on. Let me.
We didn't bring EFLNs with us,
Hey, do you know what we can do?
but access the thing from here.
Access the thing. Go EFLN.
Yeah, but we only have 15 of them, and you just took them all.
I did. No, we can just make them. Look at this. Made 16th room in the network. No, I forget what happens when they go red.
They're invincible.
Well, not all of them are invincible. I don't have any dragon here, do you?
I got a health bar for one.
I don't.
There he is.
Time to get eaten by a flying spaghetti space. Yeah, flying spaghetti space monster. Pretty much. Oh, now he's moving.
Yep, he's attacking me. Ooh, I'm taking some health damage here. Yeah, the red just means it's invincible. You can't destroy it until for a couple minutes, for 30 seconds or something like that. Getting attacked by something.
Well, we're just looking for ones that still have a health bar associated to the crystal, right?
Yeah, basically. You'll see little orbs flying around it. I'm trying to figure out where the dragon is.
That
Whoa,
tells me nothing. I see orbs flying around all of them.
yeah, I'm being chased. Yeah, he's blocked by the crystal there. Woo! I'm getting destroyed. I didn't put on my need to get back over here and put my regen thing on my. There we go.
Oh, I'm just trying to get down some of these damn crystals. Okay. No, server restart.
Time.
Ow, ow. Not really a fight I want to come back to.
I think it's a fight we're going to have to come back to because he's got 4 crystals that are still active, protected.
He's down to 3.
Maybe 2.
Yep, 2.
There's one over here, let's see, that he's currently tied to, and the one next to it.
Yeah, the 2 over here. Went to play on, and playing very quickly realized on Mythic. Yeah, Mythic mode is definitely a little bit harder. Come on, sir, because the minute these things break, I'm gonna. Ooh. Hey, let's not wombo combo me, okay? Thanks. He's got one more, and I want to smack him with this sword right away.
You think that sword is going to kill him?
Oh god, no. That's how little damage that sword just did. Wow.
Well, he's still protected. You can't actually hit him.
Oh, he's not protected. He's good.
Okay.
Fire away.
Oh, I don't have enough power. What the heck? Didn't set my
Random
password
survey
to
question.
charge.
No, I have not given anyone a wedgie before. Have I? Ooh. Ah. Yeah, you can stop that now. Have I given one? I have not, nor have I gotten one.
Where is he?
He's right in the middle. Ow, the whole bobbing and weaving of... Back down to normal, maybe that's why.
I don't think we're going to get him.
Come on, we got like a couple of seconds here. Thank you for the follow, though. I kind of know more about the survey.
But remember, we still have to loot the crystal underneath after we kill him.
I know. Oh, I'm out of power, too.
He's going to get all his power back during the reboot.
I just slashed home. That's alright, now we know we can easily take him on, so we'll just take him on right at the start of the round there. That's such a random survey question.
You ran out of power on your bow?
Yep.
And you weren't even wearing draconic armor?
I was not.
Which would have taken more power. That's why I keep 2 capacitors on me all the time.
Gee.
Because, like you said, you ran out of power on your bow, and it wasn't even recharging your armor, so...
For a school project on sibling rivalry, a lot of people said they've done that to the little brothers, cousins, or nephews. Yeah,
It's rude.
that is pretty rude. Like, I don't think I'd ever give anyone a wedgie, and I'm glad I've never received one either. But like, I mean, hey, happy to help with the school project. Just it definitely caught me off guard. I also like how you're using Twitch to get your answers. I love that. And good
Now
way.
ask if you ever given anybody nuclear waste.
Nuclear what? I'm glad I just, hydrated just for you to hit me with the sour.
Got any nuclear waste?
No, this is just toxic waste, sir.
Oh, toxic waste.
And
Sorry.
that's even if I can get the damn things open, unlike last time. Let's hope I don't drop them on the ground again. This time, I'm setting this all up for fun right here. This time, Jed, I am going to cut at the middleman. Cut, well, he tore your boxers? Jesus. Did not drop it on the ground this time. Grandson, no. Oh. At least you got a good one that packs a punch this time. Lifted you off the ground by your boxers till they broke, though. That's slightly impressive, though.
I'm just glad it was the boxers that broke before you. Personally.
Sorry, you got way louder on your mic. It scared the crap out of me in the process, causing me to choke on some of the sour.
I mean, when you're getting a wedgie, there's two things that can break: either your shorts or you.
Very true.
I'm just glad it was the shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just still. Yeah, definitely never did a wedgie or anything. Never saw the appeal to them. Indian burns and, noogies and stuff. Oh, yeah. Actually, I quickly learned at a young age that my sister was terrified whenever I drove an RC car or anything remote controlled near her. So I'd purposely drive them near her all the time.
What about lobster toe?
Lobster toe?
When you grab the person's foot and you flip it so you're looking at the bottom of it, and you just smack it with an open hand and over until it turns red.
No, definitely didn't do that. The server is starting. I know. There it goes. Yeah, I've never heard of lobster toe. Definitely an interesting one. Alright, let's fully charge everything real quick.
He didn't recharge gen health.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right there to help you with that. Not even gonna take a full thing then. Shouldn't need a full. Oh, Grandpa, go. I'm going. Listen, I'm old. My back hurts. I'm slow.
Where'd he go? He flew off on me. He's off here to the southeast somewhere, where he was.
I bit into the sour candy at the wrong time.
He's off to the east. Or south. There he is. Got him.
Oh, okay. I flew back just for that. And we don't have to loot this island.
I'm taking damage. So yeah, in this, what's the lightning strike? Basically, you dig down through the obsidian, and the chaos shard will be down there. And remember, once it's been looted, you'll grab all that stuff down there. You can. Once it's been looted, the island will self-destruct in like a draconic explosion. So you want to get out of there.
Yeah, just slash home.
Yeah. Did you get the shard?
Oh, I'm just about to. I'm staring at it. It's kind of beautiful, actually. Alright, mining it now.
This one. Shard on this one.
And I have it, so slash home.
All right, and we can do the whole. Duplicate the heck out of that.
An overpowered boss that will likely one-shot you. Man, he didn't even touch my health bar. What do you mean? Then the next thing is the Staff of Power, but we have a little ways till we're at that, so. Alright, well, I guess let's store everything and go to space.
The only thing that thing is used for is the draconic reactor core,
What is?
the shard.
A Chaos Shard is only used for that?
That's all I could see that it was used for, unless you see something else. Not even any of the smaller versions of it are used for anything. It's used to make chaotic cores, which we already have, and draconic reactor core, which we don't have. And then all the smaller pieces are only used to make the larger ones.
I mean, a Chaotic Core, well, mob stabilizer, which is nice. Eventually, chaotic solar panels.
We already have chaotic cores, so we didn't need the shard to make that.
Yeah.
We got that from a loot box of some sort.
Neutron collector.
Yeah, I'm not even counting that, so.
And then, oh, we'll need it. What do we need for Chaos Catalyst? Oh, Chaotic Core for Chaos Catalyst. That's just gross. Alright, so to space.
Check your oxygen tanks, you're good.
Yep, yeah, I just grabbed both of mine out full.
Tier 5 padding. We're trying to get to tier 6 rockets.
Yep, so you tell me what place that is.
We're working on that now.
I will get up into the atmosphere then. You have a very advanced rocket.
Tier 6 rocket is found on Saturn.
Okay, we're going on to Saturn. I wish these were 2 people rockets. Like, I feel bad always blasting off in it. It just appears in all these new planets.
We could pull the whole like Armageddon thing. Just have a second launch pad, have another fuel loader on it, and have dual launches.
I mean, we have enough fuel. It's still weird to me to learn that the rainbow that is around your character that you see when you're on the ground in the sky is actually just around you. Like, that's just so weird to me. Okay, so we need to go to Saturn. I can fall faster than that. Weirdly quiet on this planet.
Or when you land.
Yep, hang on, there's just a ton of mobs. Actually, if you're flying, you can teleport to me anyway. Love it, creeper and space helmets.
You didn't break the ship yet, right? Okay.
No.
The Endermen even have things on their backs, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, they have little oxygen tanks. All of them do.
Great.
Liquid methane. Ah, slime box. Slime box loaded with TNT. Hang on. Oh, that's just not TNT.
Did you grab the spaceship or?
Yeah, I pulled it out. Sorry.
Okay, and the launch pad stuff as well.
Yep. So I just picked up something that isn't TNT.
Yeah.
I don't see any way at all that me getting a hold of like a redstone torch is an issue.
Yeah, probably don't want to go blowing up.
For science.
Oh. I've got a dungeon. It looks like it spawned underwater. Or whatever this stuff is. What is this stuff?
Science might kill me, but
Figure out where this okay, so it's off to the east here.
okay, not as destructive as I would have thought, but still pretty good. Okay, you said you had a dungeon?
I'm working on finding the entrance to it.
Okay.
That's not it. Saturn
Start.
infected stone. There it is.
I forgot I
I
need
need
dungeon.
to put this. Yeah. Forgot to put the Saturn stone in my dev null. Okay. Let's see. Let's just take this whole floor out. There we go.
Okay, cool, dungeon. Any luck finding your dungeon?
Still working on it.
I put mine back in here. Put it somewhere. Wyvern one. Oh, watch your armor. Where you're losing durability rapidly here.
Oh, are you? Oh, if you're underwater or?
No, just in general. You lose durability here. I think it's the atmosphere.
Hey, tier 6 rocket.
I don't get to.
Are you near a dungeon, or
Yeah, I have one near me.
go check it out?
Working on it. I'm back at the house right now, recharging stuff.
My armor didn't take significant amount of damage.
I took a nut.
Let's see. It was Upsilon. It's detected. It's ready for a copy when you are.
No, you can just have the rocket. It's okay. Do both.
I got a spare oxygen mask. Interesting.
I'm not having any luck finding my actual dungeon.
Look at the go where you're not exposed to the air. It's like, so just dig yourself a little hole in the side.
Yeah.
And switch to go to your journey map, like full screen, and look for dark corridors. Like, actually hit J and look and go down a vertical chunk if you need to. Be vertical chunk 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm at 3. I don't see anything.
You go down to 2.
2, I don't see anything.
Have you been down to under Y level 64? Or whatever 2 is, 32?
Yeah. No, like I see the map. It's just
Okay.
there's nothing there.
Zoom in a little closer. You're way far out. Like, zoom in so you can see just like very close to you. And sometimes you'll see like something a little darker than the background, and that's kind of what you're looking for there. And for tier 6, we need tier 6 rockets. We need heavy duty plate, which is compressed magnesium, and heavy tungsten. We haven't got that. Magnesium and tungsten.
Yeah, I was just curious about who the boss was.
It's an evolved ghast. Rather anticlimactic. For these.
You would help with finding this.
Oh, no, did you see it? Did you see it on the map there? Go bring the full screen map back up again.
All those little corridors here.
Well, you see you're looking for a very large square. That's your
Yeah.
that's your boss room. So if you see the little corridors, you can start there, but if you look around, you might be able to see a large square that's kind of, because mine was broken up.
If I keep going this way, I should run right into it.
Tier 6 heavy duty plates. The box ready to be manipulated. What else do I need? Rocket fins, which are going to require 5. So tier 5. Still got plenty of those. Tier 6 boosters. And it does go, okay.
Heavy duty shovels.
Need lime wool.
Cheese cheese curd always needed.
We're fine. We've got, wool. We've got one.
I don't fuck we. It took like 4 swipes of the sword. Boom, done.
Yeah, he was pretty much a pushover. I just sat back and ranged him. It didn't take long. But yeah, the sword is definitely faster.
My tier 6 rocket of my own. How many plates do you need?
Probably 2 stacks worth. Be enough.
Stacks worth. So many.
We might be able to get by with 1 stack, but just to be on the safe side, because I need 10. Actually, we probably get by with 1 stack. 16, 20, 23 to build the rocket. 27 to build the rocket, and we'll need some leftover. So yeah, 1 stack will be fine.
That's in the network.
Cool. So 2 boosters.
Here.
2 boosters. I need 4 rocket fins.
While you do that, I have a lot of keys I need to cash in on.
I need a nose cone.
Perks of waiting all week to cash in your keys.
We don't have any flint in the system at all.
We can make some.
Yeah, just did.
Iron. Organize these a little bit so I can do them easier. And all my VIP keys. 5 days worth of VIP keys. Not bad. That tells me all week long I only missed 2. Alright, gold key. Not bad.
Did you put the launch pad back in the system?
No, it's in my inventory.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
Alright. Those are back in the system.
See them?
I just put them in.
I know I said I see them.
I thought you said I don't see them. I was like, I just did it. Off.
I put this together and it's not liking it. Why are you not liking this?
For gold. Nice. Oh, give me some like 5 obsidian keys. Great. No iron keys. Yeah, definitely what I needed. Alright, I guess let's start with all the irons.
not let me build this launch pad. It keeps not forming the multi-block structure.
The heck? Outside of all the tier 1, I got nothing useful. They're all gold keys, so we'll get out all of our golds. Connector from XNet?
Finally got it to show up. Okay. Boom. And the rocket is fueling. It's supposed to be fueling. It says it requires a fuel loader to load, but this fuel loader is right next to it.
But it should be fueling.
It's saying fuel is 0% full.
The fuel loader?
No, in the rocket.
Oh. Weird. Alright, Obsidian Cricky. This is the one that matters like the most. 10 Chaos Shards. We didn't even need to kill the Chaos Dragon today. Got the shards. Alright, let's take a look at
My day got reset. It thinks I'm on day 1.
I don't know what the heck.
So I only got 4 tier 1 speed upgrades from Tesla Core. And 12 loaves of bread. 1 iron key, that's all I'm worth.
Yeah, it's very weird that
What was supposed to be on Saturn? Liquids. What was that liquid? So nuclear bombs inside those things, yeah. And you happen to know what those liquids on Saturn were?
liquid methane was one of them. Cheap, you're not going to space. Get out of here.
Liquid methane does not appear to be used for anything.
Galactic.
Sure.
Like, is there a different type of fuel it takes?
I don't think so. Unless it requires liquid methane, like fuel. Go back to the tier 6 rocket here. No, it doesn't say anything about needing to have methane or anything applied. Maybe we need to, like, I don't want to break the fuel loader because I don't know if it'll keep the fuel.
Oh, I just did that already and it didn't do it. It didn't keep it, so.
Try moving it over to the other side of the power cable and see if that makes a difference.
What, like right here?
Yeah. Might have to turn it because it. Let's see. Yeah, it says it requires a fuel loader to fill. So it's not recognizing that fuel loader is there.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
I've got it now. Apparently I'm in the rocket. My magnet still works even though I'm halfway to space. Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm looking. I don't. Oh, we can make electric rockets at some point? Beautiful. Well, hang on. We can. Where's the fuel loader?
So I put it back down.
Well, no, because it says we need to get red gem, which red gem can't get to Jupiter, right?
No, Jupiter is before Saturn, so yeah, we should have been able to go to Jupiter with the tier 5.
Because I'm thinking we need an advanced fuel loader.
Why do you think that?
Why else would they have tiers? Because there's a fuel loader, advanced fuel loader, ultimate fuel loader.
It's basically how fast it loads the fuel.
Yeah, but why do they require gems after? Like,
I mean, if you look at the launch pads, the tier 1 launch pads,
yeah.
or rocket launch pads, and then the tier 2 ones basically say you have to use this for tier 4 to 8. And then the tier 3 is for tier 9 and 10. So it explicitly tells you which pads you need for the rockets. Let me.
Yeah, I just connected that thing all different ways. Excuse me.
I grabbed the rocket back up. You're standing on the. There. See if that makes a difference. So which way the rocket is on the launch pad, maybe? Oh, this now says no fuel to load. So at some point we lost all the fuel in that fuel
Oh
loader.
yeah, I've broken it a couple of times.
Oh, I thought you said it kept the contents or
No,
something.
no, not. I was like, I know we have enough in here that I'm not worried about it.
Does this thing say? Okay. Oh. So we're curious if it told you that. You know, does it actually go down when you put a?
Nope. Like I just put fuel in it and I'm not seeing anything happen.
I mean, it is using some energy.
Yeah, it just kind of pulsates, but it doesn't. It's not loading any actual fuel.
I mean, we could try a higher tier fuel loader if you'd like.
Yeah, I think we just go to Jupiter. Find. I mean, we only need red gem, which we're gonna need anyway. I'm sure.
Okay. So
Yeah. Jed.
you had the tier 5, so
Jed's tier 5. Yeah, that's what we actually need. Or no, we need. No, we just because we need red gems to make the next thing.
what next thing?
For your crafting, and the rocket's actually in the network.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah, I've put every one of them back that I can.
I knew you were still. Well, let's see there. I don't see the tier 5 rocket in here.
I just pulled it out. How do I take this rocket out though?
Just mine it.
Oh, okay.
Is it loading or?
Requires fuel loader to load.
I think the launch pad itself is borked. So if you take the rocket off the launch pad, vein mine up the launch pad, and try to place it back down, it requires a 5x5, kind of layout. And I had to put that one down like four or 5 times before the center block will raise up once it detects it's a valid multi-block. And I put it down 4 or 5 different times at different, like shifting it left and right, trying to get that middle block to pop up. And it finally popped up, which means it's a valid launch pad. But then it wasn't connecting the fuel loader for whatever reason.
It has to be a 5x5?
The 5x5, yep. And that middle block should pop up, like have a little dimple on it, or be raised just a little bit. Yeah, we don't need that reconstructor for anything.
Oh, okay. So
With the deconstructor, yeah, you can just leave that off.
like I got it to work over here. So let's see. Up and dimensional tree. Down.
You can put a battery in the slot too. You don't actually have to connect it to power, but
I can just connect it to power. It's easy. Before it, like we can try to pop down a tier 6 rocket right away. Like I said, rather feel the 6 than the 5. That's feeling.
It was the launch pad being screwed up.
Yep.
I don't think it likes the fact that we keep using the same location for all the launch pads.
Yeah, well, now we're not. We moved. I am going to do this the easy way.
What, a reservoir for the fuel?
Yep.
Might have a spare reservoir if you need it.
I just made one.
I have a resonant one that's empty right now, so.
Oh.
Reinforced crystal. I need crystal ingots, which are from Uranus. So that's where the tier 6 rocket needs to end up.
Okay. Where we're going? So.
I didn't know if you were going to go to Jupiter for the red gem first.
I don't know. I'm.
Did we skip Jupiter, or did we already go there and we just didn't bother to mine anything?
Oh, we skipped right over it.
Okay.
This. This. That. Bit.
Oh, my automation is not working the way I expected.
Oh, for your tank
Partial energy tank. Yeah, partial energy tanks will not go in.
Oh, it's all the full or nothing?
Yeah,
Or empty or nothing?
I changed it so it would take, so so it wouldn't require it be empty to take it out, but now it doesn't take them out.
That's not good.
Yeah. So.
All right, we're full.
Cool.
I guess
See you
we're
on whatever planet you want to go to, Jupiter or Uranus.
I'd rather to Uranus. I want to get up to a tier 10 as quick as possible.
Yep.
Then at least tier 10 was electric. I'm assuming a tier 11 rocket has the same.
When we get back from Uranus, you can actually put the tier 6 right back on there and go to Jupiter while I'm building the tier 7. Because it's going to take me a little bit to get the tier 7 resources.
Oh, okay.
Prepared.
Yeah, well, I guess tier 10 then is top tier.
The
Sophia Johnson 1. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate popping in. Hey, how's it going?
The thermal you have will be the last level of thermal, by the way.
Okay, it's the last level. Cool.
Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Eris, and their moons. It doesn't say anything about Kepler, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nothing that says, 4 was required for Jupiter and Saturn, but we already went all the way to 5.
Yeah, we're already up there, so it's fine. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing great. Thank you for popping on in. I ain't gonna slow down yet. I'm 800 blocks up. Yeah, I'm only 200 blocks up. I'll start slowing down. I did not slow down enough. Oh, I barely did. Okay. And days are going pretty good. Ow. I love this sword. Do I play any other games? Yes, I'm actually currently in the middle of a Grounded co-stream with a buddy of mine. Other than that, it's pretty much been modded Minecraft for a long time now. And we gotta find this rocket ship. You know, I have never actually played Dota 2. Strangely enough. Personally, I've played a lot of other games, but never Dota. Cool, I got a structure. Mean anything for me, but... Oh, it don't mean anything, but I fell right into it.
Into the boss room or into...
Into the dungeon itself. Bronk, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Put some oil canisters here. And thank you for the subscribe. Greatly appreciate that, man. That's huge. What's my MMR? I don't know what that one is. Let through here. And... cheese curd, because they're great. Shadow Step 5. Actually not a bad enchantment. Oh, you know what, Jed? Give me my little...
Oh, right. I fell right into one too.
Ah.
Anything else in this world we need? Can't remember the...
Like immortal? I don't think so. I think just that. What mod is this? This is...
Oh, we need crystal ore. I definitely need stuff from here.
Okay. I'm gonna take... Still works. This is the Extra Planets mod on Project Ozone 3. Oh, frozen water hurts. Okay. No.
I'm up to 13 crystal ores.
How much do we need?
1.
Well, I'm saying overall, how much would we actually need?
We need several for the because I got to compress them down twice to get the compressed crystal plates that we need for the next tier rocket. So I'm just down here. I found an underground ravine about Y level 19 or 20, and I'm just mining the heck out of it.
Smart move.
I came across a ravine right outside of the boss room, so.
So I think whatever bug it was before, by the way, that made it that we just had infinite food. I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing anymore. I am tearing through food.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just digging up the ore itself. I'm not having to dig out walls looking for it.
Yeah, no, I'm digging through walls and everything, so the food is just disappearing. Which I mean, I still don't eat because I can just slash feed. That's what I was looking for, though.
I'm up to about 56 ores.
For what, just crystal ore?
Yep.
Grab some of this. Oh, did we ever test if spell works?
What spell?
Rip everything out of the ground spell?
I didn't test it on this world, no. If you'd like to do that test, I'd welcome you to. I see some crystal ore here. I can get mine out and see what happens.
Which spell is it? Gold?
Earth, the gold ingot one. That doesn't appear to be working. I'm standing right next to one and it's not pulling it out.
Oh well.
Pity. I'm over a stack.
I probably
I'm gonna
won't.
head home.
I'm like, stack's probably plenty.
Probably, because I think if I were to put that into a furnace, it cooks into 1. But so ours will actually cook it into 2.
Yeah.
Because we've got ore doubling. I'll verify that. Say 1 becomes 2. Yep. Oh, I found some white gem ore too. Nice.
Oh, definitely grab white gem. I forget what I need a white gem for, but definitely grab
We need
that.
circuit fabric. We need those for white gem wafers, which are used for quibit crystals.
Okay, so there was a
I
reason.
found. Yeah, and that's to finish off a few different quest lines.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put. I've got 4. The only thing those gems are used for, aside from a couple of little weapons and armor pieces, are for the quibit crystals. So I'm just gonna make 1 quibit crystal. Well, the wafers. So I'm gonna make some wafers, and then the only thing those wafers are used for.
Well, hang on. You said
They
armor
are used for.
pieces.
It's Galactic Craft armor stuff. It's just not part of the progression.
Oh, like as long as it's not part of the progression, I don't care.
So I need 2 silicon, repeater, and a redstone. Put the rest of this crit away too. Redstone. Silicon.
Medium
Repeater.
subsurface rock. That's finally getting to check out. Why are you gonna say it broke? Nothing. Pickaxe can't break. It runs on power.
Unless you're out of power.
Oh no, it's got plenty of power.
Circuit fab. Where's my circuit fabricator? There you are. Meanwhile, crystal ingots are compressed into compressed crystal. Gem wafers. And then those are compressed into pressed reinforced crystal. I need a heavy steel plate. I've got a lot of lag happening. I think it's just because your stream is up.
That's possible.
Yep. My system doesn't like running 2 different video streams at the same time. So. Okay, so do I need compressed? I do need compressed crystals. Ooh, an ultimate solar panel from Galactic Craft, from Extra Planets, okay.
What do we even need that for is the question.
Nothing in particular, I don't think.
Alright, I have like over a stack of this, so I think we actually even have enough just to make all the plates.
Compressed reinforced crystal plus heavy steel plate. White gem wafers. Oop. Heavy duty plate tier 7. Alright, this box is full of things. Crystal ingots are actually needed for things, so I'm just going to put those back into the system. We've claimed the reward of the tier 7. I use 700 oxygen.
Use
That wasn't
700
bad.
oxygen to find the tier 7. I'm not even worried about filling mine up. Total, our two planet trips, I've used, what, not even half a tank yet?
Yeah. So, well, the tank is 9,000. So I have things in that chest for making the tier 7 rocket happen.
Can we just make all this stuff?
I'm sorry?
I'm like, don't we have enough just to make this stuff?
It's a lot of compressing. It's a lot of processing to do it. So if I don't have to do it, then I'd rather not.
That's fair.
Fuel canisters. Do you happen to have any extras of those lying around?
If we do, they're in the network, but...
They're not in the network.
Alright, how much of this stuff do we need?
Basically about a stack. That's probably more than sufficient. Boink. Did I make the... Yeah, I did make the heavy duties. Cool, so we got that.
I realized that my, Hey, do you know what's probably really smart on all these planets?
What?
You just wear your flux stuff, because then they can't break.
I'm really not taking much damage, so I'm not sure
Okay.
what you're complaining about.
Well, because my set took damage. My Ender Dragon set took durability damage from whatever one we were on before.
Okay, yeah, I'm not getting that, so. Canisters. We have
Ooh.
oil canisters. I need 2 empty canisters here. Boop, boop. And go upstairs and fill those with fuel. The boosters.
I downloaded a game that it's coming out for like trial right now. Survival Fountain of Youth. I think you would enjoy it.
What happened to the other one of these things? I'll take a look at that. I made
It's on.
I made 2 oxygen vents and one disappeared on me. Oh, I think the rocket engine used one. That's what it was. Okay, we're good. Tier 7. Boom. Tier 7 rocket is ready.
All right, is it all fueled up?
Nope. Did you put the launch pad back down?
I have not.
Then no.
Grab it back out. Weird to me that it takes away the launch pad.
Well, it packs it up so you have it when you come back.
I forget, yeah, that if you're playing single, you can't just like /home. There you go.
Yoink. It's loading.
Yep, I mean, it's going slow, that's all.
Yep. We need the red gem from Jupiter to make it go faster.
Yeah. Rokar's going to Jupiter, though. There are other planets we can...
Yep. So the next one we need is tier 8.
Which is Neptune?
Rocket parts. No, not the rocket pod. The items. Tier 8 rocket schematic is on Neptune. 9 will be on Pluto, and 10 will be on Eris.
Okay. Eris way out there. And then once we get 10, we can go to Kepler 22b.
Cool.
Which is the one we want. I'm off. Shaking everything in my path as I go. Listen. Oh, the cow did die. Yes. Burn, cow, burn.
Ow.
Didn't even fully kill him.
Actually, my armor did take a good amount of damage there.
Yeah.
Do we have a full set of redstone flux?
No.
Okay. I mean, I got chest plate, but...
That's all. All I'm wearing is chest plate and legs.
Okay, so you're not even wearing a full set.
Nope. Oh, I'm glad that those aren't around you when they're around the actual game.
Oh, my flux and fused chest plate with the jetpack is in my bag, so...
Oh, okay. What is it we need again? Neptune.
And you're wearing the chest plate and what else? Boots?
I have flux infused legs. I'm wearing.
Oh, legs. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get to full flux and fuse stuff, but oh, there was a different set that I was really wanting for. I just don't remember what it was now.
And my boots had lost over 100 durability at some point, so.
Yeah. Touchdown.
Cool.
Put those back in the system. Canisters.
For the next rocket, tier 8. What we need. Tier 8 requires heavy duty plates with 8, which I have everything I need to actually go all the way to tier 8 right now. I just need the schematic.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to do the boss fight, I'll work on getting the what was my button for 8? Okay. I'll work on getting the tier 8 plates ready. Signalum, Constantin, zinc.
Trying to go based off of where all the mobs are. Let's see here.
We both don't need to be there for that. Then we can just I'll stay here and prepare the next rocket stuff.
Oh, hang on, that was Knowledge of the Ages.
Heavy duty plates for tier 8. These are all normal. Do you need this for tier 7s? Yes.
Cheese curd,
and then
because always
red
cheese curd.
wool. I have plenty of red wool for the tier.
Also, it doesn't work. I don't have to do anything much. Till like 9:30 now since I got cleaning done early. Oh, hang on. I don't want to hurt him. Look, he's got the little derp face. He's like not even hurting me. Why do you make me fight him? Don't too close, sir. Ow, ow. I said no. I don't. If I hit you again, you're gonna die. Couldn't touch it. Hey, tier 8 rocket.
Nice. Tier 9 is lumium, platinum, and tungsten. I think I have all those too. Lumium.
Righty. I'll toss you this rocket schematic.
Are you back here already?
Oh yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, cool. You've already accepted the reward for it. Yes. Okay.
Yep. At TPS is still 20 with all 4 of us on. Cool. Let's see, I am up to 7th place in the leaderboards here for time played.
Okay. How am I doing on that? Think I'm a
I
little
know
further
you are
down.
not far behind. You are in 12th place.
Okay.
Not by much either, about 20 minutes.
I'm okay with that.
You're going to break top 10 here soon. Yeah, because
So
neither of the other guys are on, so we'll give it another 20 minutes. Caleb just wants, my grandson just wants to watch me suffer.
Okay, so tier 8 is now unlocked. I have in the box resources for making the tier 8 and the tier 9. If you could do the old shimmy and shake on that.
Shimmy and shake.
Yeah.
a request that you call it that from now on.
Okay.
I also so I opened up a pink toxic waste. That's not pink.
This oil is like, I'm going through this. Does this refinery have like a higher tier version? It does.
Oh,
Palladium ingots. Oh, I can make that. I just need this refinery. Actually, can we, so this refinery up here, I'd really like, it's got like 1 canister of fuel left in it. I'm gonna take that out. We'll lose the oil that's in it. It's got 24 buckets of oil. I don't know if we can pull that back out or not, but I'd like to get 4 copies of this refinery.
4 copies of it?
Well, to make the advanced one, I need 4 normal refineries. So I've got it in my inventory. Just,
Just throw it in.
well, you've got,
Throw it in.
you can't, now I'll throw it in. Okay. So 4 of those will get me the ability to make the next tier up. Palladium.
One of these days you'll have enough points to make me eat a mouthful of sour candy. You trying to kill me, grandson? You don't get your will any faster.
Refinery.
There you go. There's a stack of everything and 4 of your refineries.
Actually, don't go too far.
What?
Those 4 refineries you just made?
I think you need 4 more.
Yes,
It
please.
is hot in this.
How many? We had 124 of those refineries. Why did we not upgrade yet? For some reason, we had 2 stacks of those things. We don't need that many, but I just need a total of 4.
What?
Total of 4 of those advanced ones.
There you go.
Thank you.
What do you mean we had 124 refineries?
For some reason, we had 2 stacks of those things. So
Why?
I don't know, but now we have an ultimate refinery, and I'm going to put that to use up here. And it's going to chug through this oil like nobody's business. Yeah, that's going a lot better. Okay. Tier 8 is what we're working on now, so I need 4 of these. I need 1 of those.
Tina Taylor, thank you for popping on in. How you going? How's it doing today?
2 boosters.
They're going good, besides dying to sour candies.
And then I need the rest of my tier 8 material.
Well, what's new about that?
Tier 8 rocket is going on the launch pad, which isn't here.
Oh, it's in the network.
You had better luck putting this thing down than me. I should have you do it.
Right now, I'm getting up to turn on my AC because it's freaking hot up in this bedroom. Weird time in New England where you need your damn AC on in the middle of fall. Yeah, it's going pretty good. Thank you for popping on in. Let's see here. We're just exploring some space. Look at that, worked first time for you. What do you mean?
Is it loading? It is loading. Good.
Yep.
That's your tier 8.
Can we talk about the girth of this rocket? Oh my lord. Like, I feel like the tier 1 rocket looked like a rocket. This just looks like a cylinder that has rockets strapped to the side. Former Navy, yes. Yeah, thick boy rocket for sure. Alright, we're at 100. I'm blasting off. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going.
Well, you just came back from Neptune, right?
Yep, so Pluto next. Booyah.
Pluto's next. Yep.
Come on, cow. You are still within the line of fire. Want to see you roast. He's just right there. Ah, the beams missed him.
And I need tier 3 launch pad for the next one.
I like, for the record, Jed, I always get super worried that I'm just going to take out your astral platform. Then I'm like, oh no, I'm far enough away. Like, there's still a slight chance, but...
I appreciate your concern.
We don't even really use it for anything now, so...
And the launch pad
All right, so to Pluto I go.
25 of those, so I need 15 blocks of tungsten.
7. Ours tier 8, which is what we have.
7.
What are we up to today? We are exploring the galaxy. Basically trying to fly through rocket ship levels in extra planets and Galacticraft here. Yeah, getting eaten by flying spaghetti monsters. Yeah. Basically, I mean,
15.
things go pretty similar to that. You fly around. Oh, is that gonna be close? Oh, I did it. Cool. But you fly around, find dungeons, and fight the bosses of the dungeon to get the next upgraded rocket ship level. Move on to the next planet. Oh, hey. I have to use a weird version of a compass. To basically find a hole in the ground.
Dark iron. Ooh.
Doing.
Oh, we got. Okay, when we get to tier 9 or you get to Eris, we need dark iron.
Okay, from Eris.
Mm-hmm.
This really not one?
I'm sorry?
Oh, there was a hole and it was not a dungeon.
Oh.
So I'm like, what? Yeah, we're looking for holes like that. It sounds like the way to go. Part of me hopes that the final monster that I have to fight is just a flying spaghetti monster. I think it would be hilarious. Yeah, perfect.
That's waiting on dark iron from Eris.
I guess that's one way to find my way in here. Cheese! There's absolutely no reason why I need cheese curds, but I want them.
Tier 10 booster requires cyan wool, which I don't have.
Alright, what are we fighting? I have to fight an astronaut?
Oxygen vent.
Yeah, go ahead and ask away.
There we go.
It says evolve spaceman boss.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like that was cool. Actually gives me pretty hope because they've all been like evolved mobs before. Tier 9 rocket. Frequency module.
Oh, that's nice. Do we have that already? Or is that the thing?
Yes.
Is that the...
No, we have a frequency module already.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
got
the
oxygen gear.
shield thing we need.
Yeah, I'm like, because I got oxygen gear, which we already have. Be really confused if we didn't already have that. Feel like that raised some flags.
Okay, so you just finished Pluto then.
Yep. So I'm coming back home with the tier 9 schematic.
Okay. And I have everything ready to go to do the tier 10, including a launch pad. Or the tier
Oh,
9, rather. I have the
alrighty.
tier 9. That'll get you to Eris to get the tier 10.
Perfect.
Did you
Uh,
already?
yeah, I just sent it on over to you. Dina, I do appreciate you throwing it out there. I know how much struggle it can be as a graphic designer. My best friend is one. And that's why I will say no, because I feel like he would murder me if I didn't. He's a former Marine himself, so I'm not going to push my luck with that one. That does not belong in our house.
Oh my! Tier 9's looking a little big, sir.
I love the tip.
So when you get to Eris, I will need some dark iron ore.
Okay.
So just as a heads up, you should. It's saying you can get that from an orchid.
Really?
Yeah, it's saying that the orchids will drop Eris dark iron ore. But it
I
also
don't
says
fully
it'll
understand
drop
how those
Kepler
work.
22 stuff. So
What? I don't understand how those work. So
you basically feed it. It takes mana from a nearby source and turns stone placed around it into different various ores.
I mean, look, my thing's down there if you want to give it a try.
Nah, I'll just wait for you to come back with some.
Yeah, I'm blasting off now.
Yeah, I noticed.
I gotta take my long. I can't even make a joke about it. It's so long and white, and then the black ones on the side are rounded on the tops and everything.
But it has 4 things dangling off the back of it, so
Yep.
that's not great.
No.
That's a little excessive, I would say.
It's definitely compensating. Like.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And yeah,
So
thank you
this,
for popping on in, Tina. I don't want to. I'm like, that's why I don't want to be defensive about it. It's like he literally would murder me.
so Eris is your destination.
Okay.
So we need both tier 10 and the ore. I can come up there with you if you want me to help you.
Yeah, just maybe help gather some more.
Yeah.
Or find the dungeon, whoever finds it first.
Actually,
And these planets be looking extra just plain.
let me know when you're in landing.
Yeah, you can
Position.
send it.
Okay. Sent.
This will have the stuff from there.
Oh, this is looking kind of nasty.
Got tier 3 rocket and the pad.
Yeah, please make sure you grab the pad. I just RTP'd, so I wouldn't be near you.
Okay. There's not even really all that many mobs on these planets now. It makes sense, evolved or not, you're pretty out there in space. Whoa! Okay, compass?
My compass is going a little crazy.
Yeah, like randomly changed direction on me a couple times. But coolest? Nicholas? Yeah, we are enjoying space a little bit. You must have good progress. Yeah, we're flying through some stuff.
Literally.
Listen, I want to be mad at you about that pun, but it was pretty good.
One tries.
Real question that I'm curious. So, yeah, we've only dropped TPS down to 17. We're not doing too bad.
How many other people? I was the only one other person online, or besides us. So.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
PN95 there. Good, I'm competing with some of those guys to get higher up on my time played list. I don't think I'm gonna get number 1.
This dungeon is like I'm flying all over the place. I'm not finding any dungeons.
Yeah, I'm still flying.
Me too.
Come on.
Oh. Nope. It wiggled and then it decided against the wiggle.
Yep, yeah, mine's done that a couple of times. Also, Nicholas, thank you for popping on into the chat. Always appreciate that. Is that boo you find in the dungeon?
Nope, that was just me making
Okay.
space-like sound effects.
Space-like sound effects. Oh, I know the perfect one. Dun 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 dun. I'm complete nerd moment. I am so excited because Ari is finally at that stage where she can kind of appreciate Star Wars for what it is. And I will never ever complain at having to watch them.
Even the first one? And by the first one, I mean Star Wars Episode 1.
Alright, listen, I may complain a little bit about that one, but...
Oop, I found a hole.
You gotta make sure to enter that hole.
I'm diving down. Dive, dive, dive. Ooh.
Yeah, we both just saw it at the same time, too. The longest slow fall eternity. Get all nice and buried in the wall here. And I am going to guess that it's that way. Simply due to the mobs. I haven't seen mobs anywhere else on this planet. Oh look, airstone. Or air's iron ore, which is what you needed, right?
Nope.
No, you need
Black
dark
iron.
iron. Black iron.
I went the wrong way.
Alright, so let's see. All these mobs act like they can kill me.
Oh, I found some green.
I like the green, I won't lie. I mean, it's very green, so I probably wouldn't use it in anything, but it's definitely a nice change of pace.
Ah, come on, get me out of this. Okay, there we go.
Knockback, I definitely don't need that.
Oh, it's a giant zombie.
I'm like, yeah, what is it like? At 1400 health, that's a decent amount of health for a zombie, but I
Let's
slapped
do it
him
down
up.
quick. Ooh, and there's some black iron.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm like, I just kind of smacked him
Dark.
around a little bit.
Sorry, it's dark iron, not black iron.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Tier 10 rocket.
Yeah, the door to the treasure room was actually buried underground because there was a block of material that spawned in the way. Yep, there's my tier 10 as well. Electric rocket, interesting.
Oh, you got the electric rocket?
I got the tier 10 electric rocket.
That's the one I wanted. Like, I have the tier 10 rocket, which I'm pretty sure is what the quest is going to call for. But
Yep.
the electric rocket means we don't have to fuel it.
Well, then let's use that one.
Yeah. I'm picking up some dark iron here.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can dig out a little bit more.
I just vein mined in a spot and found a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just did. I just vein mined a tunnel. Kind of hoping to find a ravine like I did last time because that worked out really nicely.
Yeah, it does. Wow, I'm lucky. Oh, I didn't know that. Apparently, the electric rocket is more common to find than the normal tier 10 rocket. So I guess having you do it at the same time was good.
Cool. I'm at 33 dark iron.
At 25. How much of it do we need?
Not much because we're not gonna be using this for much other than just making the plate and then doing the shimmy shake on it.
I'll you stop and think about what is it I was supposed to call it.
Yep.
All right, slash.
Oh, I found a ravine. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Do a quick little search of this for a little extra.
Yeah, I'm glad we have the tier 10 rocket, but I'd much rather prefer the electric rocket because.
We'll claim the reward before we forget to do that.
Yep. And hey, for the record, that
Finish
sir
chapter.
is a whole nother chapter finished.
Yeah. This is how we do it.
Actually, just gonna put that right in the network.
What is that? There is fossil blocks up here.
Interesting.
They drop bone, I guess.
Be my guess, yeah. Guess I don't need any of that stuff. Okay, so what I needed Kepler 22b. I don't remember what for.
I don't remember either. I'm coming home. Alrighty. Turn off the jetpack.
And that's for you.
I'm a little full right now.
It'll float for a minute. Because I think it was it for the 7x7 crafting? Yes, because it needed blue gems, which are Kepler 22b. Okay, so it's for us to get the 7x7 crafting.
So we have tier 10 rocket and the electric rocket.
How far are we from crafting the Philosopher's Stone? Well, let's see. We need
Well,
to get the 7x7 crafting, which requires us to
yeah.
travel to Kepler 22b and find the blue diamonds. That's that. That gets us the 7x7, which then unlocks it. And then as far as actually crafting it, I mean, I think really looking over it, okay, we can make those green gas tiers. We have ember crystal clusters. I think I have some. No, I can make them. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that'll hold us up after that is the nuclear craft fuel weird combination thing it needs. I mean, a black hole talisman isn't that expensive to make. Wyvern cores, we have plenty of them. Red gems, again. And those are Jupiter, so I'll have to fly over to Jupiter for it, but that's easy. Especially once we get an electric rocket going.
So, oh, there's the tier 10 electric rocket. It needs to be placed on a powered rocket launch pad.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, and that one requires different things than a tier 10 rocket. It actually requires 2 tier 10 rockets to make.
Oh, does it really?
Yes.
Well, we might as well get there.
So yeah, we'll make, once you get a stack of those, we'll get the tier 10s going, and then
I thought it was.
we go teach my table these things. I'm still kind of irritated I don't have a tier
Let's
2 one.
see.
Is that on the system now?
No. I got distracted by something because they're like, oh, making. I didn't realize that the Philosopher's Stone, the middle of it is a ultimate singularity.
Oh.
So, I mean, do we have a quantum compressor? No, we have a crafting core.
No. No, I don't think we can make the compressor yet.
So yeah, that'll still be a little bit. That's. I didn't realize that. All right. There you are, sir. Enough of the shimmy shimmy.
Is it in the system? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So I'm going to make 2 tier 10 rocket boosters, 1 nose cone, 4 fins, an engine.
Oh, and it requires a tier 2 battery. Oh, those are actually pretty cheap
These
to make.
things.
Yeah, it's just dash ingots. Okay, so I mean, they're not horribly expensive to make that electrical one.
Okay, here's. Would you do your magic?
I gotta do my magic?
Well, I need 2 tier 10 rockets, don't I?
Yeah, I copied.
Okay. Oh, you just copied?
Yeah, hang on, I got it.
Thank you. Cone, 4 fins, and an engine. So cone.
And then that powered rocket pad. Oh, that actually isn't too bad.
I made too many of those things. Dang it. Engine.
I love that we upgraded the refinery at the very last rocket we made.
No, I upgraded it before then, didn't I? I don't know.
Cheating in items? No.
Nope. It's not cheating. What is this tier 2 battery? Takes lead and dash.
No, just copying.
1, 2 tier 2 batteries.
Little world edit trick that the server owner taught me about
Platinum.
to help me not grind as much on the stream.
We got those. Okay. Did you make? You want to make a third one just so we have an extra tier 10 rocket? You don't want to have a spare, just plain rocket?
No, I'd rather have a spare electric if we need it.
Okay. Well.
Oh, hey, we can actually even move. Oh, this is gonna look wonderful. We're gonna move where it's located too.
Okay. We have a. Did you already make the chart? The pad?
The rocket pad?
Yeah, the electric charging whatever launch pad.
You're talking the powered rocket launch pad?
Yes.
No, I did not make that yet.
Okay, so I need 25 of those.
A neat dupe bug using advanced item collectors? I mean, I'm definitely curious. I wonder...
Okay, where do you want to stick this rocket?
Oh, right here. Right in this nice wide open area. Right next to your blood altar.
Oh, this is a good spot.
I'm like nice, wide open. Could even, hang on, we could center it. Hang on.
I'm doing that.
Okay, good.
Come on. Think who you're talking to.
It would have
That
bugged
torch,
me if it wasn't.
that torch is in the way.
Ah, I hit F5 instead of F7. Stole my torch, but holy...
Okay, there you go.
Um,
Electric rocket has been set.
been erected.
Behold my glorious. Never mind.
Like, come on, why'd they have to shape it like that? Oh,
It's
that's
hollow.
bad.
It's
That's
hollow
bad.
inside.
Why is it hollow on the inside? That makes me a little worried.
So what would you call this little thing right here? If this is the it's vaguely ring shaped.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the dude got a piercing.
Oh, I wasn't thinking piercing, but okay. Anyways,
I just...
so your tier 10 rocket is built and ready for takeoff as soon as you hook up to power. And I don't know how you power. I mean, do you just run a power line to it? Vehicle charger. You need a vehicle charger for that.
You have a vehicle charger for it?
Hmm. Which is 3 batteries
Just...
and 6. Ooh. Where's my other battery? I made 3.
I mean, it's got a black light at the top and the piercing there. It just... I don't even...
Charger.
Access the UI of the item collector. Shift click the item located in the first...
Here you go, sir. Where do you want this on this back, the back side over here?
Yeah. I'm just gonna steal this one.
I want to put that over here.
Because...
And is that actually charging? I can't tell.
I have to use comma? Yeah, it's charging.
Cool.
That's an interesting way to do that, though. I wonder...
It's the same way you power a dune buggy.
No, the dupe bug using an advanced item collector.
Yeah, I had to pause things because I can't have your stream running at the same time.
Oh. Yeah, he was saying access the UI of the item collector, shift click the item located in the first or second slot of your inventory, and it'll double the amount. So.
If that's an actual dupe bug, then they'll probably ban that item.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I don't want to test it so I could be like, hey, staff, just so you know.
Well, I mean, test it with something innocuous like stone or cobblestone.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I added it to my side here because I want to test it actually like in a minute. This thing charges to 200%.
That's pretty nice. So that's going to get you to Kepler.
I'm in the middle of the shaft.
No comment.
Who thought this was okay? I need to give them a high five. Alright,
So
I'm blasting off.
white gem wafers I've made. We have Quibbit crystals, so I can go ahead and start using those.
I'm just roasting a sheep. I killed a sheep.
one of the things we needed the Quibit crystals for was the Quibit clusters.
Oh, hey, Jed.
Yeah.
I kind of need you, like quickly.
What?
Your astral
What?
temple.
Why are you about ready to run into it,
I need you to remove it.
Mister? Oh, this would be a great place to put a rocket right
Like,
underneath
rather
the attunement altar.
rather quickly, because I'm dropping power quick.
You are Yeah, you're wiggling a little bit, sir.
I've penetrated it.
I'm taking up my.
I would just you just fade mine the soot, because I'm at 50%. Oh no! I don't know what happens if I run out of fuel. I know. Like, I don't know what happens if I run out of fuel.
There. Oh, you just slingshotted out.
I just, wow.
Yeah, I can't believe.
Okay, so we're about to have an interesting problem here.
What, you're gonna be in space?
I am slamming back down.
Did it destroy the rocket? Just curious. Is the rocket gone?
Yep.
Okay, so
No, I know what you're gonna say. I don't want to hear it.
go ahead.
Here you go. Here's 2 more replacement rockets.
You are so lucky.
Sorry, can we just talk about what just happened?
Yeah.
I penetrated the astral sorcery.
You found the perfect location.
I think it's probably safe to say we move it.
I can't even with you. Alright, yeah, dust cone, a rocket, and 4 fins. Well, fortunately I already have 1 fin. So
I lost all the the launch pad things too.
well, you can make those. Because those are pretty cheap to make.
Oh yeah, those are super cheap.
Of course, now I gotta make another stupid flint and steel. A freaking stack of those things. I'm tired of this.
Bug was reported on PO3 issue site, and the author of the mod pack said it can't be removed.
And platinum.
Oh. Complains about it being centered instantly makes it not centered.
Mark?
What?
In the chest?
What's in the chest?
Your electric rocket, sir. So you
What?
can copy and paste that to have a backup copy of the rocket before you sort of slam it into my
I mean, before I try to penetrate your black area?
I'm about ready to put the roof back on that thing. I can't believe you. This would be a great place. It's right here underneath your altar.
Listen, you didn't argue with it either. You thought it'd be a great spot as well.
No, you picked it. You picked the spot. Are you gonna put it in this corner now?
Yeah, there's nothing above this one. I looked.
So now I can go put my astral sorcery temple back together.
Yeah. 200% full rocket slammed it right into the astral temple. On a plus side, Jed, that's going to make a phenomenal TikTok. So there's that. Yeah, I'm shocked that it was reported on the PO3 issue site, and that the server staff here didn't ban the advanced item collector, because it's not required for any quest or anything. So usually stuff like that that causes a duplication glitch right away, they just ban the item. So, like I said, I will test it with... Just go like that.
I have outstanding news.
The Astral Temple's fixed?
I have repaired the damage you did to my, what I assumed was going to be a permanent structure.
I can't place it down? Am I just dumb?
Given recent events, do you honestly want me answering that question?
No.
Just
It
asking.
needs an inventory to be placed. Okay, that one I had figured. That was actually my next step I was going to test.
My temple has been Order has been restored in the astral plane.
Yeah, so first lot right here. I'm not getting anything. Oh.
The top right. Okay.
Yep.
Did
Alright.
it actually do it?
Yep. That it did.
That's not great.
So I am going to. Where's my stream deck? Flip it. Why aren't you working? Maybe this is the one thing I didn't need not to work. Is my clipping. Twitch itself then. Flip
That
it
is
correctly.
for purple and ultimate, so that's not anything. You're working that one. This is what I'm working on now. Gold plate.
Yeah, so we're saying that an advanced item collector is placed on an inventory like this by shift click. Oh, sorry, shift click with it in my first slot. 2 to 4, 8, 16, 32, 32 to 64. Post that right there just so I can keep it. So that's good to know. Thankfully, I did it with small Botania pebbles. I'm not going to care about that. They are. I'll delete pebbles on there. I get enough of them. Alright, so rocket is fueled.
Again.
Yeah, rocket is fueled again. I have to report it. I did it on stream, and it's a duplication bug. Server staff would not like me very much, and I already do enough thing to push their buttons sometimes. Like breaking the entire server twice already. My girth is taking off.
Uranium oxide, dark stone.
Oh, Jed, it gets worse. I'm not just in the shaft, I'm gyrating inside the shaft. Alright, so I need to go to Kepler 22b.
I assume.
Yeah, that's the one that it said had red gems.
Okay.
So.
Lunar.
I am just slowly. Somebody tell the game that I don't take fall damage.
Uranium oxide.
Yeah, I play on Pixel servers, so they're really good servers.
We dismantled our Empower.
I have much
Correct.
larger issues. Hang on. I believe we did, yes.
Okay.
So, when you come to Kepler 22 there, Jed?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now I have hearts again. I had red hearts.
Yeah.
Normal Minecraft red hearts, that was it.
That's not good.
No. I'm also very slowly floating down on a parachute.
So you blew up.
I blew up upon impact. Like, upon launch. Like...
Wow. Okay, well at least you didn't die. So you got that going for you.
There is a chest here.
And we do have that backup rocket.
Oh no, you just paratrooped out. Like the rocket and stuff are going right back in the network.
Okay, so you have the rocket.
Yep.
Okay. I'm taking the other rocket out of the chest here and putting that into the network as well. Your backup rocket.
White icing with red dots. What?
So is it safe for me to TPA to you, or?
Oh yeah, yep.
Hang on,
There
let
are
me see what
cakes
my,
everywhere. I am so confused.
Yeah, I'm good on fuel. TPA declare. Oh
Liquid
wow.
chocolate.
Oh yeah, this is a fun little world. Lime candy canes.
I'm like, what? Oh
You've got.
my resource. I'm gonna.
I'm concerned about these houses with the trap doors all over them.
Where do you see that? What?
Look at. Did you see the trees?
Oh
These
no.
trees right here.
Oh, there's
They're
only
emerald.
one thing to do. Yep, it does exactly what we thought.
You see the trees here? Blocks of emerald on emerald ores. Sir,
It launches nukes.
there's coal. There's emerald biomes, coal biomes, gold biomes.
It launches nukes. That's beautiful.
What's this pink one over here? Red sand.
It was exactly what I needed, just for it to launch nukes.
Cavernous vines. More candy canes. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
got-
gold galore here.
We got entire meteors made out of gold ore.
Yep, and none of that is what we're looking for,
Yep.
sadly.
Yep, we got to go down. The map is pretty cool looking though, I gotta say.
The map here is beautiful. Like, if things didn't get reset, I would just say, Jed, let's just build here. I just realized, why am I flying around to find out where I want to go down? I just blew a massive hole in the earth.
I found green diamond ore.
Okay.
And that's 10. I don't care about that. Marble in here. Gold crit. That turns into flint, apparently, when you mine it. Turn off these torch things. I don't need that. Purple diamond ore.
Hey, how far down are you that you're finding all the diamond ores?
I'm Y level 6.
That explains it.
I'm curious about something.
Dense coal ore. Oh, yellow diamond ore. Green diamond ore, beautiful. Blue diamonds.
Yeah, I've got green and purple so far.
Red, purple.
How many different diamond ores are there?
Probably a few, because I'm picking up at least, I think I have
There's
a
blue, red, purple, yellow, and green. I have purple and green.
Said, hang on, there was blue.
Purple, blue, red, yellow, green.
I got them all.
Cool. Then we don't need to stick around here too long.
Well, you might as well mine up a whole bunch of them.
If you'd like. Put the Kepler ore in my backpack here.
Not like it's hard to find them. I'm over here having to get full on all of these Kepler 22B stone.
Put it in your dank null.
Oh yeah, the one I was never made. This is good. This tells me I'm not gonna have to go to all the other planets, like the Jupiter and stuff. harvest a ton of them here. Be fine.
I already tried the Lordcraft thing, by the way.
Oh, it didn't work?
Nope.
Dang. That spell is really overpowered, so I mean, I'm glad it didn't work, but a little sad it didn't.
Ooh, and I got a Kepler 22B blue maple sapling.
Ooh. I don't know what that does, so keep it.
It probably grows a Kepler 22B blue maple tree.
You know, sir.
There are logs for blue, red, purple, yellow, green, just like everything else. There's like leaves and logs and planks. You can make your stencil tables and part builders out of that. There's even irrigation channels for agrocraft made out of those materials.
Ow.
Wooden grates that you can put vines on. So yeah, it's a thing. To the surface. For a second. Uh-oh. It spawned me right inside. Oh my!
Huh.
It spawned me inside of an overworld feature.
World feature?
Yeah. So you know how there's those little planes with all the different kind of meteors on it, like gold ore and well, there's a diamond ore one. So
Oh,
I
I
mined
just.
it. I got about 8 stacks of diamonds.
Oh, I see one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the trees are blocks of diamonds.
Yeah. The trees, the emerald trees, are blocks of emerald trees.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
You just hang on, just come here when we need EMC value.
Yeah. Set yourself. We need an astral gateway here. Actually, we got to keep the rocket around because you got to fly back if it ever resets. But
Oh, I have a home set here for the time being. I just my lord.
mined like an entire pouch of diamonds.
Yeah, I'm just hitting the tree leaves right now because it's diamond blocks.
Well, I'm hitting the meteors because it's just as fast, and I'm getting just enormous amounts of diamonds out of it. And remember, emeralds are higher EMC value. Like
that is
twice
true.
the diamond.
Oh my lord. I mean, yes, either way.
I mean, you got to get out here before you can really take advantage of this, but
Yes, but I mean, even if you think about it, I was just thinking about.
I got 4 billion EMC from one tree.
I mean, yes,
right?
I'll have 10 seeds up of those ones in no time now.
But for one meteor, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stack, which are each 500,000.
Yeah.
4.5.
Oh, I got like 4. I got 12 stacks of diamond blocks.
Yeah.
That's this is ridiculous.
So
I could take advantage of it. I don't need to take advantage of it. I have a world in it.
Oh, I do. Now, these are normal diamond ores, right?
Yep.
So technically, if I were to run around with a... Yep.
Alright, what is going to be the best way to process?
Oh, this doesn't... So the Lordcraft thing just mines up the ores, but you don't actually get the fortune effect on it.
Ah. That's by far the best way to profit off of these. Or Zenith furnaces, throw the diamond ores right in there.
Really? You think that's better than... Oh my. Than mining it with looting?
Well, fortune doesn't proc on it. I've been mining them with fortune this whole time. I've gotten the raw resource. Hang on, we were still missing one.
Missing one what?
We not? Yeah, we're still missing tier 7. Or white gem, sorry.
No, we made the white gem already.
Oh, we didn't? Okay.
Yeah, that came from Uranus.
Okay.
I think.
So let's go like this, grab this guy.
this coal? Yeah, coal and coal grit. Oh, you know what I found out?
Oh, what's that?
Grits mine into flint. So if I take this coal grit and just mine it up, I just got a whole stack of flint, so I don't have to worry about flint in the AE system anymore.
Wow. Alright, that's pretty nice then. Okay, how many? 4? There's 4 of those.
Yeah, so you get iron, gold, diamond, emerald,
Oh, that just made me so happy.
and all these like white icing with these cake thingies. I didn't even look to see what the candy canes are used for.
You see what we just made?
Yeah, saw.
Oh, that makes me very happy. I don't think it really unlocked all that much more, but yeah, there's 5 total things. Crystal Teen, yeah, the quantum compressor.
Slash.
You're not gonna tell me if I report it? Aw. It's my duty to report them, that's all. I can make a creative cobble jetter. I want to do that now just because. Now that's the big boy. That's the thing, Jed, we need to make pretty much ASAP, is the neutron collector.
Yeah.
Woodlouse ball. What?
Yeah, that's from Erebus.
We have that? No.
No.
How do we get that?
You gotta go kill woodlouse
Oh.
mobs in Erebus. Is my guess. I don't know. I've never encountered a woodlouse.
Woodlouse are passids that may spawn when destroying the hollow logs found in the savanna and outback, as well as from breaking rotten wood in submerged swamps and fungal forests. I don't want to go to that gross dimension. Alright, let's just go get it over with, Jed.
Oh, this is an interesting structure. Where are we doing? Oh, I could do that out back.
Neutron collector is for later, go for quantum compressor first. Yes, I agree with both. It's just, I know quantum would be nice to have because we need to get on that grind for your family. On the grind for neutron. I hate this dimension so much, though.
Energy input. Normal on 5 in, 1 out.
What am I using for flight? Hang on, let me break all these. Really not a single one. Ugh. God, the sounds of this dimension bug me. I'm using the flux infused jet plate. Well, if that's the case, we're about to find out, because I definitely didn't learn that the first time. just kill off all these silverfish in like one swing each. Okay, I do. Cool. Glad you told me that. Oh, okay, I only need the 2. Yeah, whatever. We'll have some extra. It's fine. Alrighty. But I should have everything I need. Black iron, double tungsten. Alright, let's see here. Okay, we're probably gonna need some more of that. Oh, I have exactly 1 left and leave it in the system. Am I able to craft the 9x9? I believe so. I think we have everything. Double tungsten plate. Yeah, just throw some tungsten. A compactor over here. Remove your augment. Black iron ingots.
I need you to set me another tesseract if you could, please, sir.
Another one?
Yeah.
What are you doing that you need another one?
Come and see.
Hang on. Huh? Thing before I forget.
Now, why is it? This thing is not. Oh, you can't use it. You can't make this on. Oh, that's just wrong. Never mind.
What?
I made a mechanical empowerer, but or a modular empowerer, but it doesn't let you make the item I need in this kind of empower. You need the vanilla one.
Oh, that's no fun. What item do you need that you need to make it in a vanilla hour?
I have to make a what's this thing called? A amplification crystal from Quantum Flux.
Ew.
Yeah. Are we done with the crusher? I'd like to just put the thing right back where I had it. The empower right back out here where we had it.
Yeah, we
With
should
all
be
the
done with
wires
it. Yeah, I have
Okay.
hop graphite seeds. Yeah, we're done.
Okay, so now I just need to figure out where the stupid cables were. There they are.
Oh, I need this one. Well,
There. There.
that should be everything. That's exactly why I haven't recorded it yet, Megalus, because I can. Again, it's with World Edit. They allow me to, but That's the only way I'm allowed to.
Requires a logic processor.
Yes, we do.
Do the thing. Come on. What's the hold up?
We need some green diamond.
Oh, that's uranium. I need uranium oxide, don't I?
Vibrant alloys.
I can just kinda make that too.
Empowered emeradic. A crystal cluster.
I did fuse it with oxygen. Alrighty, that's our electrolyzer.
Let's see. So detect that. Oh, hey, look, your Magnitech crafting is here. Quest line. Did you know that?
That way.
That is a very nice step up, is that it doesn't. I'm trying to see. There's got to be a quest. There is. You know, I am so blind sometimes. Like, there's a huge quest marker for it right there.
That comes from the right. And I need pressurized tube.
Yeah, I'm like, no, we're not really anywhere near making items. Infinity barrel will hold a lot of a single item. I already have something that does that. It is not anywhere near as expensive. Like, am I just, I don't know, Jim, maybe you know a little bit more about Overloaded than I do, but I don't see a point to those items.
I'll have to take a look at it. Give me a second. I'm in the middle of a project of my own. Here. Nope. Down here. Yeah, that's here.
Can I craft the imaginary time block? That one, I don't think. I don't remember seeing.
I think that was a banned item.
Yeah, causes a lot of TPS issues.
You think?
Like, I
Its
thought I
whole
remembered
purpose is to
seeing that one.
accelerate ticks. So.
Against void ingots. Horribly expensive.
Could I have you dupe a couple things for me? Or how do I recall it? I'm putting them in there right now. Didn't expect you to be ready so soon.
It's an OP item. It definitely looked it. Yeah, I'm like,
four of each to start.
To start?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because those four are basically going to turn into.
Yeah, they're gonna work up that line.
Yep. So there's the second tier one.
Hang on, before we.
Four of those, if you would. Go ahead and put these back in there too, because why not?
Well, hang on, I wanted to look at what quest we needs and stuff instead of duping everything.
Oh, I'm just working my way up towards that imaginary time block.
Can't even make that.
I should be able to make it long enough to claim the reward on it, and then throw it away. As long as it doesn't show up in my hand, I think we're okay.
That's fair.
Is that 4? Okay.
That's 4.
Okay, so let me.
Like, yeah, I know you're pushing up that line, which is.
Two,
Oh, there's the imaginary time.
Yep. Like I said, working towards it. So 3, I need. Okay, that one requires 1, 3, so I need to have at least 5 of those now.
Okay, you need 5 for one now?
Yeah, the amplification crystals I should be fine on, because I don't think we need them for much else. this point. We might need some for like the alchemical chest, but we'll clone those when we get to them. So yeah, that one I need to have 1 saved off for the time thing, and 4 to upgrade it.
So the coal blocks. Okay, thankfully it's only 1,000 coal. But of course, coal block only gonna get the factorizer.
And 4 of those, sir. And I'll be done with that for the time
Yeah,
being.
1 second.
Yep.
I'm just trying to do math here about how many stacks of things I need. There you go. So like it takes 1,000 blocks, which is 9,000 coal. Means I need 140 stacks of it. If my math serves me correctly. Seven.
Look, Quibbit cluster. I.
62. Makes it 90. Something at 124. And then I need to upgrade those to a larger crate, that's for sure.
Okay. Ready for the next batch of cloning at some point. It's not immediately necessary, but then I'll finish off a chapter when I finish this thing off.
Yeah. So I was at 124. Put me above one. Well, put me at 155, which is.
It says banned methods use break, place, own, craft, world. So we'll see if it'll let me make this imaginary time block. I'm going to claim the quest reward and I'm going to get rid of it.
Yep.
And see if it'll let me do that.
Well, you need 4 of these?
I need 4 lily pads of fertility, but you might. I mean, I don't know if you want more of those for anything, or that's the only thing I'll be using for. And the gold casings, I want as many as we can get our hands on because I need those for other things too.
What else do we need them for?
I don't. Quibbit cells. Do we need those for anything? We need. I'm looking. Maybe we don't need any more of those.
I was like, I didn't really see how many more of them we need.
Yeah, we'll just have a couple extra. They're kind of.
Yeah.
They're not hard to make, but they're kind of. But thank you. Unless you wanted more lily pads of fertility for anything.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Okay, so I'm waiting on the factorizer.
Okay, so this is going to go.
I don't think. I mean, they're all
Passers.
these blocks of these items.
Okay, I'm going to try to complete this imaginary time block, and okay, it's banning me from creating it.
Okay, so we'd have to message the server admins and say, hey, so
We'd
you
like to be
know
able to create this for quest completion.
Yeah.
But we have no intention of ever placing it or using it. Just want to be able to craft it.
Yes. That's easy if you want to even ping that on the Discord.
Just in the where do you put that in the
Put it right
Halo
in.
3 channel?
Yeah, just put it in there. I wouldn't worry about tagging admins or anything. They'll see it eventually. $1,000 of 1,000. Are you creating my catalyst? What? Oh, you take power. Well, now that we don't need this setup here.
Which quest line is this? Theta quest line.
I'll just run power right across real quick. Takes a lot of power. It's done. I'm sorry. That's brutal. Oh, it is 8:49. You know, I am going to take a quick 10-minute break here. I need to go heat up some dinner. So I will be back in a little bit. Boom. Full one with a few extra blocks there, which is iron. We should definitely have. Seven, 33 at a time here. And Del Toro, you technically have the means, technically, in order to make a coffee, all you need is hot water. Six. Yeah, 100.
like cryothium, 800 heat per tick cooling rate, but it has to be placed adjacent to at least 2 reactor cells. But how big can I how small or big can I make a fission reactor? Can it have a 2x2 and have 2 fuel cells in 2 corners and those things in the other 2 corners and be done?
That one I have no idea.
Okay, have any size from 1x1x1 to 24x24x24.
Oh yes.
Only the faces consist of casing. Okay, that's fine.
Mana cord. We can
Well, I mean,
plutonium.
some of these are really nasty heat generators. Like if I've got one that has a base heat gen of 470 heat per tick, and I have this coolers that are doing 800, we should be okay. But if I go up to one that has a base heat of 3600 heat per tick, that's going to become problematic.
Alright, I gotta add all. That's all this thing. That's oh, Jed. That's painful. That dark iron that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need singularities of that.
So
That's just bad. Fire sword, yeah. Can't make the new collector yet. Everlasting. Definitely can't make that yet.
okay, so here we go. Here's one that uses a 25, 50,
Done.
75 minus 171. 51, 51, 63, 68.
I'm sorry, we're stuck waiting. don't think too deep about the creative recipes. Yeah, Larsic, we're feeling it right now. Actually, I know Jed's feeling it, having a look at.
Reactor designs.
Yeah. He's got to
This
work with
one-
the fission reactor to create fuel.
We're gonna try this one. This one is supposed to be work with any fuel, so we'll see what
Okay.
happens.
Larsic, I'm not sure how much you heard about it on the Discord, but I know at one point there was a talk of, for some of the banned items, like the wand of animation, there was, I think there was talks of creating a villager for us with like custom trades for us to buy it from them or whatever. I'm not sure if that was still a thing. I know it had been floated at, oh, once somebody gets to that point, we'll look into it more. Because we're both perfectionists, so make sure we get that 100%. That's waiting for. Dialing device is done. Oh. So Jed, it just kind of hit me that the only thing we really have left is Project D. Like I just went
Very
through all,
possible.
like I just went through all the other quests and I'm like, everything is held up for Project D.
Cool. Get a few more of those. Okay, so I need some.
So how can I help with this reactor?
Okay, so these things I would like to get. Actually, the things that are in there right now, I'd like to get like a stack of each of those. Be a good place to start. And then I'm going to have you kind of duplicate this controller and case and reactor port as well. But I don't need a stack of those. I just need like one of each.
Oh, I just copied the logic here.
Energy trash can. Do it. Don't care about the energy.
Also, Larsic, if you're still here, I know my stream here is gonna get angry if I show it to you. But we found a dupe bug.
Oh, you got one of the admins with you?
No, Larsic, I completely understand not wanting to change the ban for that. Yeah, I would, once we get all the items, I can send a message and see if you guys can complete it for us or whatever we do to remedy that, just so we can get it done, because that'd be cool.
A full stack?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, cool. And then if I could get a couple extras of these, just so we have them, so I don't have to.
Because, like, yeah, I wouldn't want you guys to. I wouldn't want anyone to change a ban for it. I just had heard it floating around and was curious what had to, whatever. How many of those you need? 4?
I just need one of each right now. But
Okay.
I just want to make sure I have a couple extras just in case things go south.
Yeah. Like I know we don't have the stuff right at the moment for the wand. Because that requires Project E, so I mean we technically still have to get that first. But then it's
Where would be a good spot to set this up?
a million miles away. Listen, if you're confident it won't explode,
I'm not confident, but I'm not.
so
I mean, it's supposed to be heat negative, so.
Well, how big is it?
It's going to be a 5x5x5, or no, 5x5x3 high.
Here, come right down here. This whole floor we're not even using. Might as well stick a reactor in here, I guess. Just need the quest ID for it. Yeah. Well, I guess.
Where's here? How far down are you?
The mob farm area.
Mob
Oh,
farm
quest
area.
ID. Gotcha.
are you?
Went down too far. Up one.
Oh, okay.
Aye.
Just pick a corner, or
Yeah, stick it right in this one.
okay. So I need to put down casings.
Like corrupting
I
backups is
want
not a good idea.
50 casings. I don't understand why this is. Why does this thing need 50 casings at 57 transparent?
These actually chaos planks. There's something.
20 around the outside. That's going to be 60. Plus another 50 is 110. This calls for 117 different casings. Doesn't make any sense.
Iron block. Okay.
50. 15. Oh, 15. It's going to be 15, 30, 60 minus the port and the controller.
Back ahead.
Controller's in a quarter. This one uses 3 fission. Okay, so we're going to just put a 5x5 right in the smack in the middle of this thing.
Right away.
Okay. This is not going to be tall enough, actually. Do I need to take out the floor? I need it to be. It's going to have to be 5 high.
I don't have
This
to
is
be
only
5 high.
Yeah, because I forgot the bottom of the top. So let's just. Can we go down to one of the floors, like
Yeah. Yes.
down here is okay? Like one floor above Embers, or do you want to go one?
We can even do it on embers. Because at this point, I don't care if embers
Okay, so we'll just do it over here in the corner of Embers.
are off. I like it. Like, don't get me wrong. Embers is a cool mod, and as like a fantasy nerd, I love this kind of stuff. You know, tying in a dwarven type mod, but pissed me off
Gold. Let's see.
for the sheer fact that like these things don't shoot how they're supposed to, like right to the one aimed at. Connect the two. Like when that was it.
Iron, gold, redstone, and water. Put water in the middle. Boop. Redstone in the corners. Gold checkerboard. And then 8 iron.
Good.
I don't see you.
Oh, I like that pattern though. Oh, you messed up the pattern.
Reactor cell. 2, 3, 4, 5. Water, gold. So water here. Then gold in the middles. And then nothing on the corners. And then more gold on top of the waters. As well as on top of the redstones. Another water in the middle. And irons around the outside. Those are redstones here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then irons around the outside.
Some packs have better focus on embers. Oh, okay. There's quantity of mods and hard res. Water.
And then transparent casings.
Yeah, show those off because that's like. I'm like embers was really cool, and it's. I don't know, it gives me the Nordic vibes, which is 100% what they were aiming for, and I think that's. Actually, correction, I was fine with embers. All of this stuff, cool. This thing annoyed me. Interesting watching.
You put a port on one side of this. So we'll put the port on the side where we can actually see it.
Why'd you not put like one here and one here?
Because all that port's going to do is dump power into a trash can. Okay. And then the controller kind of goes into the corner, which is kind of weird. All right. Then we just need to load this with fuel. It's got a negative 10,960 heat per tick, which should be sufficient.
I'm just watching this. I don't even know how to.
You just interact with the controller, really.
I see that, but
So, tiny clumps of 230. So they're making 235 fuel, right? So 235.
I mean, so if I wanted to test this,
And we're going to combine that with this. We'll get LEU 235 fuel.
is it gonna do anything if I start it up right now? I want to throw some yellow on it and test it. It'll just raise your heat, right?
I'm about ready to put a piece of fuel in there.
Okay, do it up.
Was about to, and then you like so LEU 235 fuel.
This whole section of this sounds like a giant headache. Okay, so it says it has LEU 5.
3 minutes and that fuel will be gone.
Huh? Sit here.
So yeah, basically it's generating 180,000 RF per tick, and it's producing negative 10,000 heat per tick, which is good. We don't want it to make more than that. So that's LEU 235 fuel that I'm cooking up right now. I could make another type of fuel. So LEU 235 is going to be able to break down to uranium, neptunium, and plutonium. The neptunium, I need 236, which I don't have here yet. To make the LEN. We're trying to get to HB 248 is one of the earlier ones, I think, and then no. LEA 242. There he is. Requires americium 242, 243, which we get from LEN 236, which needs neptunium 236, which I get from HEU 233. So let's see if I can get some HEU 233.
Yeah, the HEB 248. I'm not worried about it.
233 and 238.
Actually, I can't even.
233 comes from okay, 235 and 238. I need to break down some TBU fuel.
I'm trying to understand.
Which is made from thorium.
All I know is trying to understand these fuels has given me a headache. I don't know how you're doing.
I'm not entirely certain myself, to be honest.
I'm like, I keep looking at the LEA 242 because I'm like, that's one we need right away. That one and the 251. I'm like, I don't understand.
So thorium will break down into thorium 232 and 230. And then the 232 can be, okay, so we need to go back upstairs while this is running. And
You have to go
break
upstairs
down-
for.
I need the nuclear craft machines.
Oh.
So I need thorium. Oh, we got plenty of that. So do a separator on that. We're getting thorium 232, which will make TBU fuel for me. Okay, this is done. It's depleted. So we're going to do TBU fuel now. And that says it's going to take 6 minutes. So we have depleted 230. So we need to take this depleted LEU 235 fuel and stick it in a fuel reprocessor to get new things out of it.
Okay.
I don't know if I have one of those set up yet. I do not have one set up, but I could set it up. I wonder whether I should take some of this stuff downstairs and set it up and set me up a cube.
I can set you up a cube.
Take the isotope separator down there. I'm going to take some more
I was like-
energy things and a couple of those. I don't. So far, this thing is. I mean, basically, I turn the lever off and it stops heating up. So.
Actually, hang
Are
on.
you,
Let me ask. Why do I need to make a whole powder cube?
I mean, I could set it up next to that thing. I mean, I could.
No, it's fine. I'll make you a powder cube. I was just like, oh, wait a second.
I'm trying to like, keep this thing set up. Yeah. This thing moving anything around. I've got cables to hook it up, so.
Okay, cool. I can.
Okay, so I can take this fuel reprocessor, stick my depleted fuel in there, and I get a bunch of uraniums and neptuniums and plutoniums out of it.
Wait, at least.
So we probably want a chest down here for duping things, if possible. Because I'm going to be creating a bunch of weird things, but I'm not creating a bunch of them. Uranium 238, I've got plenty of, so I don't need that none. Those are all new. This one is almost halfway done already.
Oh, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah. So if you could do some, actually, see, do I need to? Yeah, I need at least one dupe on this chest down here. Yep.
I am missing my mana tablet.
I do not have it.
It's not too big a deal. I can make a new one, but
And I'm going to put this over here as my things that I have plenty of box. Actually, at this point, just hold off because this thing is chugging down this thing quickly, and then I'll break that one down and we'll go from there. Actually, I could have taken plutonium and broken that down into plutonium.
I just put up my. I decided to trust out the orchid just to test it, right? So silver, copper, redstone, coal, emerald, tin, uranium ore, here's dark iron ore. This thing is actually kind of cool.
Break down thorium. I don't think I need anything that says TBU. lithium I don't need because they're not reactive. Eventually I need to get to berkelium and americium.
Never messing with that thing before. It's actually pretty. Is this?
The orium thing.
Yeah, the orium plant there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Or the
okay.
orchid.
Orchid, yeah. So I don't know what orium thing you're talking about.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this thing uses a good amount of power, but it doesn't store anything. 30 seconds in this
You don't
TBU
find
thing will
any
be gone.
right place. Flowers. Lime show. Cake.
TBU fuel has been depleted. So we're going to
He'll step
process
the.
that. See what we get out. Neptunium? More Neptunium?
Hang on. Fusion reactor breach detected.
Is that us?
I really hope not. Your reactor better be working correctly, sir.
I mean, it doesn't appear to be breached. Just kidding. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was proper. That was a good panic.
Like, it's hilarious because breach is like, there's nothing, the walls are intact, there's no fuel in it, so it's not even running right now. So if it were going to blow up, that's a server bug.
It doesn't even matter that was the wrong color code. That was still good, Lars. That was.
That was pretty good.
I'm like, that one legitimately had me panicked to go fly down there.
I especially like the color coding on that.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and take this.
Make that as guarded in. Know how to make flour.
What's this? Neptunium. Okay. Plutonium. 239. Uranium 233. I don't think I've gotten that yet. I hadn't gotten that yet. So
I got so excited, hoping I was close to making the flour. I am not anywhere near. It still doesn't say this flour.
233. Thorium 230. I think the only thing I need that. I don't want to break that down to lead, so we'll go ahead and upgrade that. Actually, that is not useful for anything, so we're just going to take that out of the box.
Oh, okay, this one just generates physical flowers.
Plutonium
Okay.
241 is used with plutonium 242. 239 is used with 242. There, I do have 242.
Have 240?
7 is used with 236, which I have. Yeah, I need I need copy pasting on down here. Because my reactor's not running or we're not making any progress.
Hang on, before we do copy paste, wrap us up.
Oh.
That time. We cover what we've done.
We've got a nuclear reactor
We do. We have this terrifying thing.
that he has left me in charge of. And I'm going to come over here and pull the lever repeatedly until it explodes. And he's sneaking away.
I'm like, yeah, we have a fission reactor. Got trolled by server admins, you know. House upgrade wise, I think really the only thing that started to happen is, I don't know if I even covered this one on stream, but I have up to tier 3 seeds at 10, 10, 10. Working in my less lag inducing setup here. And it's very, very pleasing to watch. I won't lie, I stopped like 3 or 4 times today just to watch it go.
Mm-hmm. What? Your plants down here? Is that what we're talking about?
Yep, yeah. Generating these at 10, 10, 10.
Nice.
Like, so all I have left now to get up to 10, 10, 10 are all the tier 4s and all the tier 5s. And they'll just, you know, go onto this plot and this one. Tier 6s will here.
A little bit less lag inducing over here.
Plant Interactor does not produce sludge, which is nice. I was letting Larsic know because he's like, I'll make sure to move sludge, or the machine runs slower.
So what else?
That's a smart idea.
We did. We made draconic bows.
Yeah, we did make draconic bows. I mean, we also took on the Chaos Dragon.
We destroyed the Chaos Dragon.
Yeah, that thing stood no chance. This thing's been chilling here. I don't even know if we talked about this one on stream. This laser drill and laser base. Yeah, it literally served one purpose.
Shard ore.
Yep.
1,000 shard ore now, which is nice.
Actually, I was thinking about it, Jen. I don't think I'll even change the look of the barrels. These ones kind of fit in this room nicely. Having the oak there.
Yep.
I mean,
what else we get? We get iridium and lithium and rock crystal as well.
Jed, we filled our first drive.
Oh my goodness! Whatever shall we do? It's a red light.
That's right, it's a red light. If you look at all the things in there, they're all actually pretty close. Not a single one of them is actually full.
This is an orange light over here.
Oh, I'm like, oh, whatever will we do?
We're running out of space.
Yeah, totally. Hey, you took away my torches. Now you had a him spawn.
I took away a torch.
It was enough.
Because you told me to build here. I will put my torch back. Torch. Oh, I have to get one out of the bank.
Boop. I think we have a zombie shopping over here.
Where?
He was just trying to get some carrots.
Obviously he needs them. He didn't see that coming. Put him.
All right, that was worth the clip. Hey, Cap, that was bad, but that was worth it.
It was so right.
Yeah, we started work on singularities.
You started working. I hadn't touched singularity. I'm busy.
Yeah,
You're up to the basement.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, hey, you remember that other thing we did?
What other thing?
That thing where you put a rocket out here and you launched it and directly up into my astral sorcery temple. You remember that?
Not at all.
That was good times. You like burnt half your fuel trying to break through some sooty marble.
You know, you say this, but I don't seem to remember that.
You don't have any recollection?
No recollections of me trying to launch a rocket from about here and just right into the astral.
This VOD will self-destruct.
Yeah. I definitely didn't use the hang on. I need to put that rocket back up.
Speaking of leaving dark spots, just noticing my Civ hut over here has a dark spot in it.
Civ hut has a dark spot?
Yeah.
When was even the last time we used your Civ hut?
I just did. I put a torch in there. Oh, you putting the thing back? Make sure it connects to the fuel loader. Or the charger or whatever.
I have to put back the
That
most
was-
appropriate shaped rocket.
Just you holding that thing was hilarious.
I just, if somebody can explain to me that, like, why? And then yeah, that penetrated your astral sorcery temple up there.
Actually, it didn't do a very good job of penetrating that.
No, it didn't. It got stuck and wiggled a bunch.
Yeah, I think I had to do some things to that. Oh, you didn't even show off what we did last time we were playing.
We even do
So
last time. Oh yeah, we attempted to just say no to traveling far.
we called down meteors from the sky.
Yeah, actually, do you have enough to call one down yet?
I'm sure I don't.
Oh,
It costs like 5
it costs
million.
like 2 million to do a gold block one, which is perfect.
I might have that.
Yeah, let's do one of those just to show it
So
off. And
I
have a
have.
gold block.
I
And no,
thought that
Larsic, I did not hit the middle of it. That's the worst part. Oh, I threw you the gold.
I saw.
Yeah, definitely PP rocket. It's bad. Like, we were making jokes about the other one.
Incoming.
I'm watching.
It's
Didn't knock me
here.
right off. Yeah, so we just called in meteors. We'll just leave this one here, honestly.
Let's torch it up first.
Probably good.
I'm gonna put one right there, and then put one each side. That should be sufficient to keep bad things away. Let's see. Oh, not gonna be symmetry, sir. Symmetry.
I'm working on the symmetry part of it. Want to make it so, stuff didn't actually spawn.
I was working on it. I was still doing laps around it. So now we have a
Yeah,
orb,
Yep.
a little.
It's actually a very pleasing roar.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see very pleasing? Let's talk about Eris.
Eris?
Eris, or Kepler even. Kepler was pretty impressive.
Oh, Kepler was very, very nice
Eris
to
wasn't
see.
that great. Kepler was nice though.
And I have on all my stuff, so I'm actually going to go to Kepler real quick just to show it off a little bit. For rituals, remember the single controller block takes redstone signal, so we can attach a lever. Good for the blood harvest ritual. I don't know what the blood harvest one is. I'm assuming that's for farms. I guess.
Yeah, the only ritual we used is that one to just
Yep.
call a meteor out of the sky in hopes that we would get some extraterrestrial ores, but no.
But no.
Sadly, no.
I'm like, I need thousands of blocks. Why don't I freaking come here and mine for? Oh, actually, what I'll do off camera to get some of these.
That's one way to go about doing it. I mean, honestly, once we get the Philosopher's Stone up, all you have to do is just make some Klein Star Omegas and
Oh yeah, yeah.
go to town on or the Magnum Star. Ooh, we have Magnum Stars, Colossal Stars. The final star is 3.38 peta, I guess.
You're just making stuff up. Oh, it's the one that kills nearby houses. Okay, I know the one you're talking about then. Okay.
We'll have EMC generation, no problem.
Oh, yeah, we'll have that. We'll have the EMC soon. It's really just the making one ultimate singularity, and then making fuels. Really, all that's left.
Well, the Philosopher's Stone is a little bit like. Do you already have all the other things? The black hole talismans.
Yep.
You had the creative essences.
Yeah, we have everything else for it. In some versions, it's also called the Well of Suffering.
Red plastics. Yeah, I think we got.
See, Larsic, that's what I know it as. That's why.
Yeah, Well Suffering. Yeah, we didn't actually set that up.
No, it said not needed. Actually, that's something else we didn't show off. Is he actually has
Tier 6.
First time I've ever seen. Hang on, fuck these cows.
Please don't. You already tried to do that with my altar.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever actually seen a tier 6 altar. So we built this.
Yeah.
A little bit of flex having the dash blocks there. Tried to do it with Awakened Draconium.
But yeah, it works. I get a good amount of blood.
Holding 309,000 blood in it.
Was that it?
Or 300. Yeah, 309,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger me, a high council member. Well of Suffering fits below. Yeah, that's usually what I do for blood altars. Is I stick a Well of Suffering. Actually, on DJ2, that's what I have. I have a massive mob farm above it, and then the Well of Suffering. Yeah, we no longer need that. This up our outsides a little bit here.
I don't have the slab.
That's okay. Blood altar. All the farm stuff moved down to that lower level. If I hear. Power, yeah, the power step back up, which we know. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, besides, going to
We got a wood farm that I haven't even upgraded this to a top tier wood farm yet.
don't even run anything through. We don't need to.
We don't need to, but sometimes it's just fun to do that, just say, hey, look what we can do.
I did work in the gross, disgusting bug world.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to go get those bull lows or whatever roll things.
Louse.
Yeah, I had to get those.
We finished Abyssal. We did the Abyssal fight. Was that on stream? I don't even remember.
I think it was.
We took down the big bad ugly guy.
Yep.
Who destroyed his own house.
He did. He
was enraged
wrecked
with
his own stream.
What's this?
But I think
that's our Amadron. Have you? Who we should order something from Amadron.
I don't even need it.
Just for fun. It's just cool looking.
But I mean, yeah, really.
You could order an iron helmet from him.
Oh, because that's totally what we needed. This.
You know how hard it is to get an iron helmet, honestly?
We have some in the network.
Thing. You can actually buy oil.
Yeah, I did see that, but we didn't need it. I had so much of it.
Or if you want a bucket of lube, it's only 5 emeralds.
But yeah, I mean, really, the only thing holding us back from the Philosopher's Stone and finally pushing into Project D and going that route finally is the ultimate.
Me not blowing up the base, right?
Well, that's definitely another thing that shouldn't happen. And then the ultimate singularity, which I'm working on.
Yep.
So, getting there. Yeah, we'll just work more on creating fuels, I guess. I know it's probably going to be pretty boring, so I'm thinking probably no stream tomorrow. Just me and you can just find out some fuel for a little bit.
See how far we go tonight. Maybe we'll have all the fuel done, and there'll be
That's
something
true.
exciting going on tomorrow.
Yeah,
because where are we quest wise? I mean, Alpha, we're still waiting on the ultimate ingots.
Yep.
Delta is the tier 6 seeds, which we're working towards.
Yep.
Theta, we're just waiting for the admins to kind of consider making the imaginary time block craftable for the completion of that quest. Iota is waiting for Project E at this point, but I think once we get that...
Sorry, there's just a slime jumping in the corner of my screen.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're really just...
Once we get Project E started, I don't think there's anything to stop us from completely finishing the Iota line and getting up to Draconic Armor.
No, it's really just...
We have everything we need. It just needs the dark matter at this point.
Yep, yeah, it's just getting the Philosopher's Stone. We'll fly us through that.
Yep, Kappa, we need Neutronium. So we gotta get the...
Which again, I need Project E to get to.
Yep.
I mean, that's really, once I get Project E going, I can pretty much get back up.
So the Wand of Animation, I think, is another one of those banned items.
Yes, it is. We were talking about that earlier.
Lime matter from Project E as well, so it's going to be a little while before we can even consider crafting that. That'll finish off Lambda.
Yep, and what we'll do for that is we'll let the server admins know, hey, we have the stuff for it. Can you guys take it and complete the quest for us?
There should be. I thought there was a way that you could do something with a. There's a machine block. I can't remember which one it is, but it waits for all the components to be available, and then it will give you the item that you need or whatever. Or it'll actually craft it. So if they were to create some kind of a custom crafting recipe that we feed it all these items and it gives us back, I don't know.
Well, the hard part is,
that wouldn't actually work.
like Larsuk was saying, is that especially for the
command, you could run a command to complete that quest for us automatically. If you give us these items, then when it goes to craft, it actually just runs a command to say give that player this achievement.
Yeah.
That would actually work without making it craftable.
Yep. If you remember that blocker machine, let me know, and I'll look into it and we can pass it on to them. Sure.
It's something I just made too. It's I'd have to take a look, but I want to say it was like a nuclear craft or a.
So
Looking real quick.
what I'll
No, it
do
wasn't.
is
It definitely wasn't nuclear craft.
okay.
I'll find out what it was and let you know. But it was some advanced block that did that.
That solved that problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it was Sigma. Maybe I don't know. No,
Grounded
Sigma was
hype.
all.
Or are you saying if I don't do Minecraft tomorrow, I should do grounded? Wait for that. So I mean, worst case, I'll keep everyone updated on Discord about what we're streaming, what we're playing.
Stop pushing me around, please.
Oh, but I have the really, really fun item to do that.
Please don't.
I never showed that off. I gotta show it off a little bit.
Not on me. Don't make me disconnect. I will disconnect.
I don't think it works while you're flying. I don't have any mobs anywhere to show it off. Like, killed them all.
You killed all the cows. Well, go into the one of the hunting dimension or something.
Oh yeah, I guess the hunting one.
There's plenty of mobs in there to bounce around.
Yeah, the rhino shield is just a black.
Literally. Could have bounced around all your villagers. Gone to the halls like, listen up. Pushed them all back in their cells.
But yeah, we'll talk to everyone in the morning. So
Maybe.
yeah, have a good night, all.